Yo, what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Grudge in the Peach Capital with a state, baby. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that subscribe button. I figured I'd jump on here for just a few minutes. I got so, man, I didn't go to bed like 2 o'clock last night. It's probably later than that. I don't even know what I did. I don't even know what I was doing. I just had a freeze. I just had a brain freeze. Y'all hang tight. I come out here and measured it, but it didn't compute. 3 3/8. That's what I did. 3 3/8 is what I come here and measure. 3 3 3/8. That's what I did. I come here and measured it. 3 3/8. 3 3/8. 3.375. $3.375. All right, we're going to take off. We'll take off an 1/8 inch, 0.125. Let's just do 0.30. What's good, fellas? All right, it'll make sense here in a second. Just hold on. I need to get some of those, y'all know those, still in bed. Sheesh. I need to get some of those clamps. I drilled these holes out in my table. They're 5/8. I need to get some of those clamps. They got 5/8 shanks on them to drop them down in there. So when I put something on here, I can clamp it down. But I just don't have any right now, so we'll just make something right quick. So we're making little flat bar pieces. So we can cut out the little inner skeletons that we was talking about right now. And So with that being said, so that's what we're gonna do right now. Oh, shucks. So we're gonna cut some little flat stalks out. Hold on a second. So we're gonna tell this is we're gonna tell it it's 3/8, but it's not 3/8. And the reason why we're gonna tell it's 3/8 so I can show y'all. So you see, got a little block. All right. So now we're gonna go over here to design. We're gonna go to manufacturing. We're gonna go to setup, new setup. We're gonna tell it box origin. We're gonna tell it right there. The body, the stock. We're gonna tell it no additional stock. Post process. We're just gonna call it we're gonna delete this so it don't take up we're gonna delete this so it don't take up no memory on the computer. 2D profile, that looks good there. Go to geometry, we want the face, stock height. We don't want smooth edges, we want it square, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. We want to keep it 90 degrees. Hit OK. We'll go to our library. We're going down to 10 gauge. Right there. No, it's aluminum. Right there. 10 gauge. Hit select. Let's go to actions. Go to post process. Inner pieces. That looks good. Bam. All right. Took it in there. It took it. Go over here to fire control. Like I said, we're just gonna cut some flat stock out. We're gonna cut about 3 of them out. No, we'll probably cut more than that out. Well, we ain't cutting sheesh out. Oh, I didn't have it plugged up. All right, there we go. Fire control's on. I didn't have it plugged up. Go down here to inner pieces, hit OK. Pull this up, go to set program origin. Let's zoom out. Y'all heard a train? So we're gonna cut it out right here. So we're gonna move this over. That should be good right there. Then we set all 0 axis. Let's do a dry run just to make sure. Yeah, I didn't have the monitor plugged in. All right, looks good. Looks good. I'm just gonna turn the plasma on. Like I said, I got a few things I gotta do this morning. I got a few things I gotta do, so I figured before I got too involved in anything, I could knock these little pieces out right quick. All right. Yep, we good to go. Just double checked. Go to work 0, turn off the torch, turn the torch on. Let's go. There's one. Oh. I can get another piece out right there. I can get another piece out right there. We need to scoot it over just a little bit. That'll work. That'll work. It's going inside being a backbone. That didn't work. Got too close to the edge. That's all right, ain't a big deal. Got too close to the edge. What's up, everybody? What's up, Jason? All right, so that's going good. Let's see who's in here. All right, Nathan, Mike. What nesting program is that? The one that I screwed up and run off the table. Is that what you're talking about, Mike? It's fire control. It's fire control. That's fire control. The software that I use to program parts is called Fusion 360. So I use Fusion 360 to draw the parts, and then fire control is the software that runs the machine. We're just making these little clips right quick before I got some stuff going on I got to do this morning, but let me show you. So, we're making. So last night or yesterday, if you missed the lives, oh shit, they're right there. I'm gonna start moving stuff around today, but I got some few things I got to take care of this morning. It's raining, it's already cold. So what we're gonna do when I get done here in just a few minutes after I do this, I figured I'd jump on and show y'all this right quick, and then I got a few things I got to take care of, and then I'll be back. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna charge the battery up on this while I'm gone, spray this down with Pam, and then we're going to crank this pig. Actually, we're gonna move OG6 out of the way with a tractor. So the plan today is to get this out of the shop, get the C10 moved over, get the panoramic roof out, get OG6 over there in that corner, and then I got to get the dry shaft, and then I'll just have to work out here in the cold until I get this cranked up, bring this in the shop. So that's what we're doing. What we do to eliminate waste is we cut a bunch of triangles out of it. Yeah. I'm going to do that too, Mike. Yeah, that and pling targets. Plinking targets and all that, yeah. Cut gussets out of it, lifting eyes, yeah. I'll do that. I sent a message to a guy last night, Splicer World. I've been watching him, some old videos, like 10-year-old videos. I've been watching him. I sent him a message last night about 2 o'clock. He sent me a message back. I asked him, did he have any tutorials on nesting stuff, and he said no, go to Langmar. So I'm gonna go to Langmar and look. It's just gonna take a learning curve. So this is what we're doing. So these right here go like this, right? You got one on the bottom and then you got one on the top. Well, I told y'all we was gonna have to make a cap for the end, right? The box at the end. So that's what this is. But these are the backbones that we were talking about. So what I'll do is I'll get it on the table and I'll jig it up on the table. I'll get it on the table and jig it up, right? And then we'll use these as the backbone, as a skeleton. So we'll put one on the end, right? Remember I told you we're gonna corner weld it. So we'll put one on the end. I'll tack it with the welder on the inside. And then we'll put another one here. And so we'll put one on the end and then we'll split the difference. And then we'll put another one right here. So it'll be like a inside skeleton. And then we'll take and measure the outside with my flat tape from here all the way around and get the measurements. And then we'll cut another piece, the width of it needs to be. And then we'll tack it. And then we'll heat it up and just we'll roll it all the way around, or get it in the bender over there, right over there, and then try to bend these little tight radiuses out of 1/8" plate, and then we'll box it in. And then once I get this one done, then I got to do that one. But yeah, that's what that's what I wanted to jump on here and show y'all, like I'm playing fucking dominoes. So that's what I'll say on here. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. So basically what I'll do is I'll probably take a piece of angle, clamp it to the table, put this up, clamp it to the table, clamp it to that, and then I don't know yet. This piece here, see, this piece here is going to go at the end like that. It'll be corner weld. When I say corner weld, what I'm talking about is like that right there. Split the difference right there. Yeah, Mac, 52 car pickup. And like I said, my welder lead is messed up. I've already said it before. I think the liner's pinched, but on the inside, you know, I'll tack it on the inside, and then I'll just get my Dynasty out, and then I'll TIG it. And then once I get everything set up, it'll probably be after. I know I said I ain't gonna work on personal stuff during the day, but I just got a couple hours before I got to do what I got to do this morning. But what I'll do is I'll tack this, like I put one here because this is the end piece, right? This is the end piece. And then we'll split the difference. We'll put another one in here, and we'll put another one in here. That just give it a background, or give it some backbone structure. And then we'll put this on top of it, right? And then we'll make sure it's all square and everything's good to go. And then we'll tack it really good. If I'm gonna start making these, I'm gonna have to make like a jig where I can just drop it in between it and hold it together and then just piece it together. All of this tubing is too narrow. Every bit of this is either not wide enough or not too wide. So hopefully, I didn't even see that message. So that's that. So like I said, this will be the inner structure, and then we'll put the roof on it, and then we'll put the walls on it. And then we'll just tack it together and then take it back out here to make sure it fits before we weld it solid. And like I said, I'm gonna TIG this stuff together. I think it'll be nicer. And then we'll put that up there like that. And then once everything's good to go, then I'll weld the outside of it on the table, come out here with a wire wheel and clean all this surface rust off. And then we'll put it up there like so. And then I'll just tack it just to hold it in place, because I want to get this inside, and then I'll TIG all this up. So that's that. So that's what I'm doing. But we're going to get on the Impala today. Like I said, it's 10:15 here. I got a few things I got to do today. So let's go ahead and cut. Let's go ahead and cut 3 more out. Three more backbones. Not me, stupid. I got a Miller 211, Nathan. I was looking at a lead on Amazon from Miller. It says a 20-foot lead. They got a 20-foot lead on Amazon. Mine's a Miller. Mine's a Miller-Matic 211. Right there. Mine's a Miller-Matic 211. And this is the, like that. What? Okay. That's a short lead. That lead right there ain't like 5 foot. 5 foot. But if I had a longer lead, that would be good, because the welder could be over here, and then I could be, you know. So let's cut a couple more of these piece of flat plates out, and these backbones, and what we'll do is we'll set it up where we can cut. We'll just cut 3 all together right quick. And we'll go from there. So what we'll do is we'll go up here. We'll go up here and we'll cut some long ways right there in that spot right there. And then we'll probably be about done. What's up, Tulu? What's up, Mike? What's up, Nathan? I'll go through the chats here in a second, and I'll catch up if I miss you. I'm trying to stay focused. I don't have a lot of time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here, the pattern, and we're gonna tell it we want 3. We want 3. And then right here, y'all remember yesterday it said point. We're gonna change that. We're gonna go and put let's see, 16th is that. So let's go 0. No, I want to run it down that strip. All right, let's do this first. Let's rotate it. Let's rotate it 90. There we go. Now let's set the origin. Set the program origin. Let's scroll back out. All right, now let's tell it that we want 3 parts. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Now hit this program origin. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. Now we should be able to cut 3 of them right there. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome sauce. I was like, did y'all see that? I reached in there and I was like, how the hell we cut a rectangle and we come up with an ellipse? That's funny as hell. And somebody's gonna say, why don't you get a magnet? I do have one. That's funny as hell. I reached in there, a rectangular fell out, and I picked up an ellipse. So there's the other 3 pieces for the other side. So there's the other 3 backbones. And then I guess what we could do is we could go ahead and measure around that. Now I can measure this on the machine, but $12 3/4. So we need a piece. We need 2 pieces, 12 3/4. So let's go ahead and draw that up right quick. So we need 2 pieces, 12 3/4 by 3 3/4. So 12 3/4 by 12 3/4. So let's draw that up right quick. So this is the software, right? This is a software that I draw it in, Mike. It's called Fusion 360. No, we don't want to save. All right. Appreciate that, Mike. So Fusion 360 is used in everything. It does 3D modeling. So we'll try to get over there. What's up, G-Body? What's up, Craig? If I missed anybody's name, I'll catch up with it in a second. Sun gun's cold. The only thing this computer's, there's all the parts that I've drew already. Some of them I'm going there and clean up and delete that we don't need no more. This computer, there's nothing on this computer except this software. So we go to the top plane. We're going to go to design. We're going to go to sketch. We're going to hit that. And we're going to hit that. That's our work face. I'm still trying to figure out these squares. Because see, when it says draw this rectangular with 2 points or 3 points, so when you click on it, right, and we said we're going to go 12 3/4, so you go 12 3/4. It goes away. I don't know what the... Yeah, I must be hitting the wrong button. Still learning. So I just do straight lines for right now. 12 3/4. And then we're going to go 3 3/4, 3 3/4. We getting there. Yeah, I'm going to go by and see if that guy's got the chain bridge done today too. So, all right, so that's it. So we're going to finish sketch. We're going to make it a 3D model. So we go to extrude. We're going to tell it it's 3/8 of an inch thick. And then we look at it. There it is right there. And then we're going to go to manufacturing. Go to setup, go to new setup. Go to box point. We're going to change our model orientation. We're going to take that bad boy and we're going to put it right there. We're going to click the body. Go stock. We don't want to have no additional stock. Post process. We're just going to put flat bar strips. Hit OK. I'll check up on the comments here in a second. Go to cutting. Go to your 2D profile. Go over here to select the tool. Go to your tool library. We're cutting this out of a 10 gauge. So scroll down here to where we find 10 gauge, 10 gauge. There's 10 gauge. We're not going to change nothing. Hit OK. Go over here to geometry. We're going to hit face. We want the face cut. Heights. We're not going to do nothing with heights. Passes. Only thing we're going to do is smooth the edges so it cuts down on the G code. Lincoln. We're going to change this right here to 90. And we're going to tell it to start right there. Hit OK. Then we're going to go up here to actions. Flat strips. We're not going to change none of that. Hit post. It took our post. We close this out. Go over here to fire control. Open up fire control. We can go down here and put our torch. We're going to tell it home is right here. Right there is home. That's where we're going to tell it home's at. We're going to 0 all axis. We're going to pull up our file, which is flat strips. Don't get it confused with blue strips. We're going to pull up our part, and we're not going to rotate it, but we are going to pattern it. We're going to cut 3 of them. No, we need 2 of them. Need 2 of them. Scroll down here. We're going to leave. We're going to back that up just a little bit so we don't have no waste. Generate 2. Now we need to set our origins again. Click our origins. Zoom out. Make sure everything's good. It's going to cut them right there. Hit our 0 axis. And have at it. I did not know that, Mike. I did not know that. Oh, yeah, that's a whole lot better. Look. Hardly no waste on that one. That's about it. So we're going to turn off the computer so we can charge it. Well, Mike, that's a pretty good damn trick. That's a pretty good damn trick there, my guy. So this is going to be a good trick. So we're going to take this. We're going to take this and we're going to roll it. Look at there. So we can check our measurements. Look. Get it right there on the edge. Right there on the edge, right? And then we're going to roll it. Bam. That is going to be the fun part on rolling that. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to make a jig because, see, I can't get it in my pipe anvil. I mean, I probably could. I mean, I could cut that weld loose and open that up where I could get it in there where I could bend that. I got a little slip roller over there, but that slip roller there, it's not for 1/8-inch plate. It'll mess that little roller up. We'll figure it out. I got a little torch. We can heat up the metal, but we need to make this thing. We need to make them easy for production, so it don't take a lot of time. You know what I mean? So this is the first one, but this will definitely box the shit out of that box. I mean, that G-body, it would definitely. Like I said, we'll put the skeleton in, and then that'll be there, and then we'll put the roof on. And then what we'll do is we'll probably take, I don't know. I appreciate it, Garrett. Yeah, I'm about to end this live. We at 45 minutes. I just want to get on here and make these pieces right quick. I'm going to go check. I got to do some errands, and then I got to go check and see if he's got my chain bridge done, and then got a few other things I got to do paperwork-wise. Got to do some administration stuff, and then we're going to move everything out of the shop like we talked about. Look at that son of a gun. Yeah, tack it, heat it up. Shouldn't be much. It's 1/8 inch. I mean, it's not that hard to pliable, but I don't want to beat it because I don't want no, I'll have to hit it with a dead blow. I don't want to put no marks on it. But yeah, we're going to, I'm going to charge a battery, and then we're going to spray the quarters down with Pam. We're going to roll the windows up. We're going to crank the car up, and then we're going to get it out. We're going to move OG6. We're going to move OG6 into here. We're going to get all this stuff out. Probably going to roll the 68 C10 up some and over so I can get some more room. And then what we'll do is we'll put OG6 right there in the corner, right there. And then I got to get the dry shaft for the Impala, get all that done, just bundle up. It's a little cold this week, but it's okay. At least we got the walls up to keep the wind off of me. Get this thing cranked up. Get this thing where I can get it running, or at least get the dry shaft and everything underneath it. And if, you know, it's going to take a little bit, what we can do is we can take the wheel dollies off of the 68 C10 and put on the Impala, and then me and my sons, we can push the Impala. We can rotate the Impala all the way around, and we can push the Impala into the shop. It don't have to be running. And I can shut the door and I can turn the heat on. So we can get inside because it's rainy and cloudy. But I appreciate everybody tapping in. I hope everybody has a great day. Hey, look, I'm going to share something because, you know, Mac and a lot of you, but Mac and Carolina Big, and I think Mike and some other people, I think they chimed in on it, you know, as well. Cars in the Cut, my wife, you know, so like today is 30 days. I do have a set of, I got 2 sets. I do got a set. There's a set. There's a set. Today is 30 days, no caffeine. And when I say no caffeine, no caffeine. No caffeine. And I really didn't drink sodas. I drank a lot of Red Bull and energy drinks. And when I say no caffeine, I'm not saying that I turned the camera off and slurp, 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 slurp behind the scenes and then came back and say, yeah, I've been caffeine free for 30 days. I've been caffeine free for 30 days. I just want to let y'all know on my journey, I've been caffeine free for 30 days. Don't mind that. That's Gatorade. I'm good. I'm good, Nathan. I'm good. Yeah, it's been 30. I literally, just angry individual. I literally opened a Red Bull, took 2 swallows out of it. Everybody was on my ass. I literally poured it out on the ground, and I hadn't drank none since. I hadn't had a swallow, nothing. I drank water. I drank flavored water, non-caffeine flavored water. That's all I drink anyway. But I'd drink 3 or 4 Red Bulls a day. So my blood pressure, I checked it the other day. Well, before, when I'd go to the doctor, my blood pressure was like 136 over 72 or over 75 or over 68. The lower number would always fluctuate. So, but I've always had a low blood pressure anyway. Don't take no meds, don't take any stuff like that. So when I went to the doctor the other day for a checkup, they took my blood pressure, and the lady looked at me and she said, I think it's affecting your brain to malfunction. You said 12 and 3/4 by 12 and 3/4 twice. That might be true. But when she done my blood pressure, she looked at me all crazy and she said, are you all right? I said, yeah, I'm good. I said, yeah, I'm good. I said, why? She said, your blood pressure is 128 over 62. I said, yeah. She's like, I hadn't seen those numbers in a long time. And I said, yeah. And she's like, yeah. I said, well, that's cool. She said, what are you doing? And I said, I have, what's up, Impala J? I said, I have stopped drinking caffeine. And this was like 2 weeks after I stopped drinking caffeine. And she looked at me and she said, no caffeine? I said, yeah, no caffeine. Absolutely zero, zilch, none whatsoever, none. She's like, holy crap. She said, you don't even drink coffee? I said, no, I don't drink coffee anyway. So today has been 30 days, no caffeine. No caffeine. No caffeine. All right, boys and girls. So, like I said, later on this afternoon, after I get everything moved around, which will be a pain in the ass, but once I get everything moved around, I'll build some kind of feature. I'll build some kind of fixture to hold all this together, and then we'll start tacking it together, and then we'll try this. I got this little propane torch. We'll tack this and we'll try to move it. I have a bender out there, but it does not. It won't bend nothing like this wide. I appreciate it, Mike. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens on this. Yeah, so anyways, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said? Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that tap button. It's a little cute, little chilly today. I appreciate y'all pegs on the table. Yeah, I got some pegs, but I don't want to weld to my table. So I'd have to take another piece of plate. I don't want to weld nothing to my table. So I would have to take another piece of plate, drill holes in it, and bolt it to the table, right? Because I got holes in the table, bolt it to the table where it can't move. And then I could weld pins. Like round rod. I could weld it to the table. Or I could actually take I could actually take, and take this and draw a line around it, and then I could take bolts, you know what I mean? And I could weld around the perimeter like that to make a skeleton, and then bolt this to the table, and then take the plate and tack it to the end, and then heat it up, and then bend it around until we get it all where it needs to go. I could probably bend this. I could probably put that. I could probably take a piece of angle, clamp it to the table really good with the big clamps, put that in there like that, and use that as a brake. Use this as a brake and my weight to get this part straight, and then the radius part. It's really not going to be that bad, honestly. Once I get the brake, once I get this angle, it's just a straight section till here, and then we just got to radius it all the way to the end. No, I don't have an induction gun. I do not. And see if, and I might even take the cutoff wheel and cut that weld, drop that down just a little bit where I can stick that, where that will slide in there. So I might take and put a ratchet strap around this to hold it, cut the weld loose, break it apart where that will slide into it, and then re-weld it, and then do the exact thing on this side. And then I wouldn't have to worry about making a jig on the table. I could just stick it in here and mark it, and I could bend it around this tube or that tube, and I could put the radius in it. So, but yeah, we'll get it figured out. And then once we get it all boxed in, once I get it all boxed in, we'll come out here and we'll put it back in the car. We'll put it back in the car. So, yeah, I'm in North Carolina. So, that's that, boys and girls. But stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment, because if you don't comment, YouTube will think you're a bot, and in 24 hours, they'll purge you out of the system. So, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said, boys and girls? Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God